So Gini Wijnaldum signs a handshake agreement with Inter Milan. So hello there everyone, welcome back to James Redmond TV, and yeah, you haven't just been, like, I'm not stoned, I'm not on any type of drugs when I start this video. I genuinely believe that I'm reading the headlines that Gini Wijnaldum has signed a handshake agreement with Inter Milan. Do they not know it's Corona season? Do they not know you shouldn't be shaking hands and it's the new elbow thing? I mean, apparently they don't, because, you know, handshake agreements and all that. Now, I wanted to do a video on this because you know my situation on where I am with Gini, where I am with the whole thing, and him going to Inter Milan. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about, you know, how legit is this? How legit is this move when you think about it and you put it into context? Because a handshake agreement, very interesting choice of words when you really think about it. I was talking to Rance the other day about Barcelona and their situation and saga with the chairman and what's going on there, the money that they've been spending, some crazy transfers they've been getting up to over the years, one that's kind of just gone under our noses, you know, transfers like Paulinho for like 45 million, other big transfers like Arturo Vidal was another one that was, you know, just buying older players, ones that didn't really make too much sense, and we started talking about other big teams and the possibility of corruption that could be going on with these big teams, not in an accusational way, just more in a curious way. And we ended up talking about teams like Juventus, teams like Inter Milan. And the reason why they ended up getting brought up was because, obviously, if you don't know the model of Juventus over the past few years, you know, they've been bringing in a lot of free, decent players when you break it down. So let me think about it. They got Emre Can from us for free. They got Aaron Ramsey for free. They got Khedira from Real Madrid, who was a baller at that time, for free. They got Pirlo, I believe, for free back in the day. So they've had quite a few free transfers, and they've had many more. That's just a few to get your head working on what I'm trying to lead to. And then, obviously, over recent years, even though they've always been a big club, Inter Milan have entered that conversation of, we're going to spend money, we're going to buy these players, and they've ended up buying players such as Lukaku, Eriksen, some big boys from the Premier League, even some big boys within their league, like De Vrij. They got them from for the defence from Lazio, I believe, a couple of seasons ago. So they've been splashing the cash. Now, due to this excessive amount of money being spent at Inter Milan, and obviously Antonio Conte, when he was appointed, their visual was literally, we're going to sort you out, Antonio, you win us trophies, and then boom, we should be okay for the first couple of seasons. They've done that, they've spent that money, and now they're looking like that they want to get a few cheeky little bargains. One of them bargains being a Gini Wijnaldum, which apparently them talks have started, but it's a handshake agreement. Very interesting choice of words. Now, I want to first off ask the question, what's a handshake agreement? For me, a handshake agreement is when me and me mate, we make a bet, we shake on it, and whoever loses the bet, we have to give the other one a fiver. That's, to me, a handshake agreement. Now, does that mean I'm 100% going to get the fiver? No, it doesn't, but I'm a lot more confident before the handshake about getting the fiver than I am after the handshake. Do you get what I mean? No, sorry, I'm a lot more confident after the handshake than what I am before, because that's what a handshake signal is, but it doesn't confirm anything. It's not like if you do a backsies on a handshake, it's gonna affect you in any way. You can't go to jail. You can't go to any courts over it. So to me, a handshake agreement is not confirmed. Now, I brought up a player earlier that went to Juventus for free a few seasons ago, because it reminds me kind of this situation, but there is also differences. Emre Can, when he went to Juventus, now we knew for a while that he was going to go to Juventus. We knew that he wanted to leave the club. We knew he wanted a new challenge. We knew he wanted to win more trophies. And Liverpool at that point, we hadn't won a Champions League. We hadn't won a Premier League. It was one of them things. We even got to the final and lost, so that deal ended up being done, and we knew it was going to be done for a while. The difference between this one and the Emre Can situation, and the reason why it leaves a little bit of confusion in my head, and please help me in the comments down below, is simply Can wanted to go. Well, you know, for all them reasons that I've just suggested, he wanted to go. Whereas Gini Wijnaldum, I haven't heard no quote, no post, no statement from either him or the manager about either one being unhappy with each other and their role in the team. So that can't be the problem. The problem can't be game time, because if anything, Gini Wijnaldum should be playing less football with how much he's had to play over the past season or two. So that can't quite be the issue. Obviously, you can bring up wages and whatnot. He's being undervalued in that aspect, but it can't be success. Can't be success. He's just recently won a Premier League, a Champions League, so it can't be to do with trophies. Even though Inter are top of the league and they're looking like they could maybe create a mini dominance over the next couple of seasons in Italy, there's no guarantee he's going to go there and win trophies, just like if he stays at Liverpool, but still, that can't really be the reason. So I only have one sort of solution that I come to left, and I've been saying it for a while, but this is the only thing that it can possibly be. Gini Wijnaldum's been getting underpaid over the past few seasons. Well, not underpaid, because when you sign a contract, you are signing that contract to formally agree a deal over this is how much you're going to be getting paid for this period of time. Barring we give you a new contract. Gini hasn't been given a new contract. Some would say, well, this is what I said. I said give him a new contract after the Champions League final. That's just what I suggested. That's just what I thought might have been the best possible outcome. But the reason why this is different to the Emre Can situation is the fact it's a handshake agreement. And I've never heard that terminology used for a transfer before. Maybe there will be things like that done, but you know, it's just a crazy situation to think Inter Milan have handshaked agreed a deal with Gini, even though he could possibly go there. And to be fair, when you dissect it down, he would suit Inter Milan. He will very much suit Inter Milan. You know, what does Gini thrive under? He thrives under a system. When you think of his role at Liverpool, when you think of his role at the Netherlands, he thrives under a system. In fact, the worst period of his career, yes, he scored the most goals when he was at Newcastle. That was actually his worst stage. He weren't playing great at Newcastle. He was playing okay and he was the top goal scorer, but we've really saw the prime of Gini Wijnaldum when he plays in a system. What does Antonio Conte do? He plays in a system. So this would be a good move for Gini. He'd still be getting game time. There's rumours that some of their midfielders could be leaving and whatnot, so it's not out of the realms of possibility. The only difference is they're going to be paying him higher wages. And that's what FSG just don't seem to want to do with a player who's 30 and turning 30 plus. Do I get it? Yes. Do I think a deal should have been signed earlier? Yes. Do I think this deal is going to happen? I don't know. The only thing I can say, or the only thing I can possibly suggest, is there's still breathing room left and there's still time on this ticking bomb for Liverpool to maybe rectify this situation. I don't think it will be. I would like to know your thoughts on it in the comments down below. But it's an interesting one, isn't it? A little handshake agreement with Inter Milan. Very interesting. Very interested to hear your thoughts as well, people. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you all later. Peace out.